Welcome to Course 3 on Industrial Processing, Module 1, Fundamentals of Food Composition and Chemistry. Good morning, everyone. Today's session is special because we're combining theory with practical skills. We will explore food additives and functional ingredients, their roles, challenges, and innovations, and then we'll apply this knowledge to real-world food label analysis. This isn't just about understanding the science, it's about developing the professional skills you'll use every day in food industry roles. By the end, you'll be able to read a food label like an expert and understand exactly what's in the products we consume. This module introduces the fundamental principles of food composition and chemistry. Understanding these concepts will prepare you to evaluate and optimize processes throughout the food value chain, from production to consumption. We'll examine the significance of each food component, including its structure, function, and contribution not only to human nutrition, but also to the sustainability of our food systems. After completion, learners will be able to analyze food labels to interpret nutritional composition, ingredient lists, and the presence of additives or functional compounds. For a consumer, a label is just information. For a food professional, it's much more. It tells you about the formulation strategy, the engineering challenges the product solves through additives, the shelf life expectations, and whether the marketing claims are honest and supported by composition. Every ingredient, every additive, every nutritional declaration has a reason. Your job is to read that story systematically and critically. The ingredients list is ordered by weight. So the first 3 ingredients tell you almost everything about what a product really is. If you see wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oil at the top, you know this is primarily a carbohydrate and fat-based product, probably a baked good. The order never lies. Compound ingredients are like mini ingredients lists inside brackets. They show you what's in something like chocolate chips or strawberry preparation. Some additives in these compounds might not need a separate declaration, which is why you need to read carefully. Allergens are highlighted because they're critical for safety. Anyone with an allergy needs to find them instantly. And when a brand shows a percentage, like 20% chocolate chips, that's telling you something about quality and marketing positioning. Food additives are not evil. They solve real engineering problems. A preservative prevents spoilage and food waste. An emulsifier keeps oil and water mixed in a mayonnaise or sauce. A stabilizer gives yogurt its smooth texture. But additives are heavily regulated. Everyone approved in the EU has been safety tested. The E-number system is your shorthand. If you see E202, you immediately know it's a preservative, probably preventing microbial growth. If you see E412, you know it's a thickener or stabilizer, probably improving mouthfeel or consistency. Learning the E-number ranges takes about 5 minutes and saves you hours of looking things up. Functional ingredients are where the real premium positioning happens. A basic yogurt is just fermented milk, but add live probiotic cultures and you can claim supports digestive health, if the science backs it. Add extra calcium and you can say helps build strong bones. This is where formulation and marketing converge. But here's the professional responsibility. A claim is only legal if the product actually contains enough of the functional ingredient to deliver the benefit. If a yogurt claims probiotics but the label shows no live cultures, that's a breach of regulation. Your job in quality assurance or regulatory affairs is to catch these mismatches. The nutrition panel is data-heavy, but you only need to focus on a few numbers. Always use per 100-gram values when you're comparing products. That's the standard measure. Per portion is useful for quick consumer info, but it hides the truth if portion sizes differ. The real trick is connecting nutrition to product category. A biscuit will always be high in sugar and fat, that's its nature. But is it exceptionally high? Is the fat mostly saturated or from healthier sources? Does the salt content make sense for the product type? These are the professional judgments you'll make dozens of times a day in a food company. We're now going to move from theory to practice using a simple 4-step method that professional food scientists use every day. You'll see how these steps connect. The ingredient order explains why certain additives are needed, the additives explain the processing strategy, and the nutrition panel confirms whether the product delivers on its marketing promise. I'll demonstrate this now with product A, and then you'll apply it to products B and C in your groups. This is product A, a standard chocolate chip biscuit from a mainstream brand. Look at the package. It's marketed as indulgent, classic, family-friendly. That tells us immediately. Expect high sugar for taste, high fat for texture, and probably some additives to extend shelf life and maintain texture. Let's work through the 4 steps together. Follow along and fill in your datasheet as we go. Step 1. Context product type. Sweet baked snack, biscuit/cookie, target consumer, general population, premium/everyday positioning, marketing, indulgent flavor, family staple, convenience. Step 2. Ingredients list analysis. Typical ingredient list: wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oil, chocolate chips, 12%, sugar, cocoa mass, cocoa butter, emulsifier, soy lecithin, eggs, invert sugar syrup, raising agents, sodium hydrogen carbonate E500, ammonium hydrogen carbonate E503, salt, flavoring, emulsifier, soy lecithin. Look at the first 3 ingredients: wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oil. That's your biscuit right there. Starch, sweetness, and fat for texture. The flour provides structure, the sugar provides taste and browning, the oil provides mouthfeel. Then you see multiple sources of sugar, regular sugar, invert sugar syrup, and sugar in the chocolate chips. Why multiple sources? Invert sugar syrup is hygroscopic. It holds moisture and keeps biscuits from drying out. Different sugar forms serve different purposes. For additives, the raising agents, E500, E503, are essential. They make the biscuit light and crispy instead of dense. The soy lecithin is an emulsifier. It helps oil mix with the dough and improves texture. No preservatives are listed, which makes sense for biscuits. The low moisture and fat content naturally prevents spoilage. This is a straightforward, well-formulated product. The additives are minimal and technically necessary. No functional claims, no false marketing. The nutrition numbers here are what you'd expect for a biscuit. High energy density because it's mostly carbs and fat. High sugar because the product is formulated to taste sweet. But notice the portion. The label says 1 biscuit, but does anyone actually eat just 1? Most people eat 2 or 3, which doubles the sugar and energy intake. This is a classic example of why you can't just read the label at face value. You have to think about real consumption. And for a biscuit, this profile is normal. If you wanted a healthier biscuit, you'd expect to see more fiber, less sugar, or ingredient changes like whole grain flour. This one is what it claims to be: indulgent. This is how a professional reads a label. You don't judge a biscuit by a salad's standards. You evaluate it against what it's supposed to be. This biscuit is honest. It's indulgent. It's high in sugar and fat, and it uses minimal additives to achieve its intended characteristics. No false claims, no hidden ingredients. The additives that are there serve clear technological purposes. This is good formulation practice. This is what professional competence looks like. You don't need to memorize every E number or nutrition value. You need to read systematically, ask smart questions, and connect the pieces. Why is this additive here? Does this nutrient profile make sense? Does this claim match the formulation? Every label tells a story. Your job is to read it like a food scientist, not like a consumer. When you do, you become someone a food company can trust to catch problems, explain regulations, and help position products honestly in the market. You've learned why labels matter, how to read them systematically, and you've practiced on 3 real products. Most importantly, you now understand that label reading is a professional skill with clear logic behind it. When you walk into a food company, in quality assurance, regulatory affairs, product development, or anywhere else, you'll use this skill constantly. You'll be the person who understands what's really in a product, not what the marketing says. You'll catch problems before they become recalls. You'll help honest companies communicate clearly and honestly. That's professional responsibility. That's what food science is about. Labels are regulated documents. Everything on them has a reason, legal, technical, or strategic. Your ability to read that language, question it, and explain it to others is what makes you valuable in a food company. Thank you for your attention.